A lot of times we don't think we need therapy, but there is something missing, and we don't want to be labeled as crazy or the person who can't seem to pull it together. And I just encourage you to think of therapy this way. And one of my clients defined it as this. And so he's in therapy and he was having a bit of a time. And again, the stigma attached to receiving therapy still caused him to think, okay, I don't need therapy today, Dr. Tennie, but I need to talk to you. I need to see you. And his exact words were, I don't need therapy. I just need to come and vent, and we talk about some strategies to get through what I'm going through. And I giggled and I said, oh, kind of sounds like therapy to me, right? So if you can look at therapy as that place for you to go and vent and then develop some strategies how to deal with whatever it is you're dealing with, that's exactly what therapy is. It is not this thing that society has made it to be where something is wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. We're all going through the same things, myself included, my son and I included. We have our own therapist. I encourage people too. You think there's nothing that this person can tell me that I haven't already thought of and tried. And that's why I'm not going to go. I promise you, I, with 2 PhDs, think the same thing. There is nothing that a therapist can lend to me that I don't already know that I haven't tried. And every time I go in with my therapist, I gain a new perspective, a new something that I did not think of to try.
The Healing Arts Institute of South Florida, a leader in the community by helping children and their families heal from exhaustion and anxiety with no-cost mental health services.
On the outside, I seemed like I had everything going together, but on the inside, I was drowning.
Under the leadership of Dr. Thelma Tennie, the Healing Arts diverse team of competent therapists and staff provide therapy and family fun activities. Don't suffer in silence. Let Healing Arts help you heal. A South Florida nurse hoping to help save lives by talking about her need for mental health services. She first started opening up on social media. Now she's sitting down with her therapist, Dr. Thelma Tennie of Healing Arts Institute of South Florida, and sharing her story on camera.
If there ever was a time that we need to access mental health therapy or speak to a professional about our mental well-being as nurses or anyone really who have worked over the last 2 years in the healthcare field, it's now. I know a lot of companies are focusing on accessing mental health because they recognize that, especially in our field, that a lot of us are facing burnout. I personally was not in the ER on a day-to-day basis, but I was in the operating room and just dealing with taking care of patients during the COVID pandemic and even post-COVID era, which we're still not out of, but we're still dealing with that on a day-to-day basis. Not like it was in 2020, but I think that there is a lot of post-traumatic stress, having experienced and seen people die minute by minute, hour by hour, and with trying to help to save lives, and sometimes it was just futile because of this disease. Now, what we're seeing now and what a lot of us are experiencing is the trauma from living through that. And so I think it's crucial for those of us that are facing these stressors to access mental health therapy. We can't fix this on our own, and I know we're fixers, and a lot of times we think that we've gotten this. We're providers, we're healers, so we know how to heal others. So we should be able to heal ourselves. And we're not able to all the time. And for those of us that are still struggling with the trauma of experiencing multiple deaths on a daily basis, or the inability to save everyone, because that's our job. Our job is to save people. And we weren't able to do that. We're now suffering the consequences of those failures that we perceive as failures, but really it was out of our hands. Let's access mental health. Let's seek professional help to just process grief and the outcome of not being able to save everyone. But what therapy has done for me is giving me an opportunity to deal with traumas that you don't realize just takes a little piece of you, and it impacts how you interact with others and how do you go through your day. And having spent the time, which for me, which you was a long time, it was weekly, then bi-weekly, then once a month, then every other month, and consistently for probably 18 months until I felt I can breathe. And now I have the tools to just help myself process things when I come through challenges in life, help myself in setting boundaries in my life. That is one of the things that I got from therapy, setting boundaries in the people, especially loved ones, because sometimes you don't realize that area in your life too, you do need to set boundaries with the people that are closest to you.
I'm on social media, right, and I follow my clients and they follow me, and that's okay, and that's how we check up on each other. And I saw recently that Carla has been posting a lot different, and you have become a mental health advocate and sharing your story, and that is amazing to me. Again, just to be able to assist someone in their journey. And I always tell you guys that my goal is for you to not need me.
You sure do. You do tell us that.
So that is my ultimate goal, as you said, to point out what skills you already have, help you develop additional skills, and then I pull out. And as you so eloquently said, once a year, right? You come in for that checkup. Or when there's that life-changing event, there's the death in the family, there's the baby, there's the move, there's the new relationship, for all of those high-stress situations. So I'm honored. I'm honored to be your therapist, and I'm honored to have you share your experience. And again, I say it all the time, I truly do love what I do. And maybe that's just why I have such great clients.
And it shows that you love what you do. The compassion is always there. And as I mentioned before, the connection was there. And that helps a lot too. Thank you very much again.
Well, thank you. I know we're both so uncomfortable sitting here on this couch.
Not really.
Healing Arts Institute of South Florida offers mental health services to adults, but is known for offering no-cost mental health services primarily to youth 22 and younger, along with their families. For more information, go to healingartssfl.org.